Hello everybody and welcome to Fat Cat Gaming. Today's video, I will be doing a video on whether my fantasy team can win the Super Bowl. In my fantasy league, I managed to get to the playoff championship this year, but just could not pull it off. This is my 6 years in this league and I just can't pull it off. This is my first time in the championship though, and I have to say it's a pretty good league. So let's go on over here. It is a keeper league, so I did some pretty good keepers over the years. So let's go ahead and take a look at my fantasy team. Not worry about these tackles since they're not on the game, ESPN. So just the position that really matters. Alright, starting at quarterback, I had Andrew Luck, and backing him up, Kirk Cousins. My running back was pretty stacked. My wide receiver, I'd say, pretty stacked this year. Saquon Barkley leading the way. Dalvin Cook, James Conner, and Sony Michael. Unfortunately, Dalvin Cook was injured most of the year. And this is my final roster for the year, so not like I've had people I dropped and picked up. So, I picked him up pretty late, hoping he could actually do something. He did okay. Could have been better. James Conner kind of faded at the end there a little bit, but Sony Michael did alright, depending on whether Belichick played him or not. But wide receiver, I had DeAndre Hopkins, Brandon Cook, Tyler Boyd, and this is 97 rated in Madden, 87 rated in, and 83 Tyreek Hill, is on the other side leading. We got Kenny Galladay and Calvin Ridley. Now, Calvin Ridley ended up being a disappointment towards the end. He had 2 really good games. I managed to pick them up and he just stopped. I think I only started him 1 game because everything after that was just ugh. So tight end, I had Eric Ebron and what is it? Vernon, that's right. I don't know why I was thinking of another name, but Vernon Davis. And since I'm the Indianapolis Colts, I picked the Indianapolis Colts for this challenge, not only because I had Andrew Luck, but because I also had the defense and special team on my team. Now, my fantasy league, we had a individual defensive player that we have, just the one in, Kiko Alonso was my player. Did pretty good for defensive position, I was surprised. And special team, I had Britton Cotet, is that how you say it? And Greg Zerline as my kickers. And I think I need to get some, let's see, I need to get these guys updated. Hold on. Where is the... There we go. Now we got some kick returner. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and film toward the end of the year, and I will see how this team does. Hopefully I can win the championship in this game, because I can't seem to win it in my league. Alright, I'm gonna send the playoff, and we'll see how the team do. Alrighty, here we are back at the end of the year. We're heading towards the playoff. As expected, we did pretty good. We are at 12-4. I mean, when you take some of the best players off other teams, you should be pretty good. So let's take a look and see who's the best overall standing. Looks like we tied. Whew, pretty big group of 12-4, 12-4, 12-4. Looks like Redskin got the tiebreaker for the #1 seed. Colts 12-4, Saints 12-4, and Rams at 12-4. Texans 11-5, 11-5, 11-5. The whole group looks pretty good. Any real bad? Who's the worst? Buccaneers 2-14, Jets 2-14, Giants 3-12. You can kind of expect that if you take away their top halfback. The only reason they won this year because of them. Alright. Go ahead and take a look real quick at the stats. See how we did around the league. 4,000 passing yards, 10th in the NFL for Luck. You think with all that wide receiver, but then again, we have a whole bunch of running backs that we just probably had too much running back, honestly. Alright, Saquon Barkley leads the way with 1,296 yards. James Conner 323. Dalvin Cook 167. And Tony Michael got 1 carry for 1 yard. Any other halfbacks? Nope. I feel like I'm missing someone. Nah. Oh well. Receiving wide, DeAndre Hopkins, number 1 on the team. We got Brandon Cook at 808. Hopkins with 1,009. Got spread out pretty good. 7,881 to Tyreek Hill. Eric Ebron was 679. Barkley was 491. Dalvin Cook was 137. Didn't get much rushing yard, but he must have came in as a receiving back. So Vernon Davis at 130, and we got 29 and 22. Check out who leads the way with touchdown. Brandon Cook with 12 for the year. That's surprising. I'm surprised. Must have did some deep pass to him. But he just broke for you. We have 342 after. 342 run after catch. DeAndre Hopkins, number 2 with 9. Hills with 5. Davis with 5. And Ebron with 2. And our third tight end, I thought I cut the tight end. They must have signed him. Oh well. With 2. And then, let's just take a look at our defensive player. Oh, looks like he leads the way. 105 tackles. Is he the most tackles? Yep. Cool. I didn't expect him to do that well. And then tackle for loss. He's not there. But sack. And nobody doesn't. He gets 6 sacks. Interception, no. So that's that guy for my team. And then let's take a look at our kickers, our fantasy kickers. So we got 13 for 15. And 50 for 53. Even though these extra points doesn't really matter in fantasy football. And punting. Yeah, I had punters on my fantasy team this year. I think a lot of it had to do with like the average yards per punt and then the amount of punt. So if you average like 50 yards a punt with like 5 points or something, I can't remember exactly, but something like that. You're like inside 20, so you got 6 inside the 20, touchback, get little points there. So that's my team there. Oh wait, see if any of my fantasy guys win any award. Yeah, the award. Yeah. And MVP, did we get anybody? Colt, Andrew Luck at 7. And that's on for that. Where's the coach of the year? Who's leading the coach? Frank, we got 3rd. So let's take a look at our team here. We are 3rd for the offensive player of the year. Defensive player, did he get in there? Yep, we got 6 there. This guy doesn't matter because we don't really. Oh no, yeah, we got Colt. We got Barkley. I feel like we have another rookie on our. Nope. Defensive rookie is nope. Yeah, of course he's 3rd. Running back. We got Barkley in 2nd. Anybody else? Nope. That's wide receiver. And DeAndre Hopkins. Colt. Brandon Cook. So we got 2 wide receivers in there. No winners. And then it should be best linebackers if we get a guy in there. No? How did we not get there? How did we get not? I feel like Alonzo was defensive player of the year. He's 6th overall. So how is he not one of the best linebackers, but he's the 6th overall defensive player of the year? It just doesn't make sense. He's a linebacker, so he should at least be 6 here. Why isn't he up here? We got Bengals, Bronco, Steelers, Jaguars, and then like this guy gets there. He's not even on the best defensive player of the year. I don't know. Madden just sometimes. Where's the kicker? Will we get the kicker? Colts. We came in 5th for the kicker. So that's my fantasy team. Let's go ahead and see how we do in the playoffs. So let's go ahead and send real quick. What's the name? Yeah, that just doesn't make sense. Like, why? How does a guy that wins is 6th in the I had advanced this week. How's the guy that's 6th in the Defensive Player of the Year award doesn't come out as a 6th linebacker? I mean, even if he gets like stats elsewhere, and look like we lost that one, and we lost pretty big, despite taking their top wide receiver. They've got T.Y. Hilton back, I think. So let's take a look at the stats real quick. Like, really? Why am I going there? I'm just all over the place today. Playoff schedule. And we need to go back one. I just can't believe they lost this bad to the Texans. Like, seriously. We got Andrew Luck, 240 yards versus 239, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown. Receiving, Saquon Barkley, T.Y. Hilton, 53, DeAndre Hopkins, 49. What are these guys playing 50 in like 5-minute quarter? It's like, how do we lose? They score a bunch on defense? Is that what it is? So we might not show up here anyway, because the way Madden does, if they retire at the end, they automatically take them off. So where's the rushing? Touchdown. We got 2 touchdowns by the halfback at Texans for 16 for 69. Barkley is 12 for 50. Andrew Luck 1 for 3. So no other one of our guys played from the Texans. Cool. Where's all my guys? Hey, there's Dalvin Cook. He didn't get to run at all. Wow. So many good wide receivers. James Conner didn't get to run at all. Dalvin Cook didn't get to run at all. Tony Michael didn't get to run at all. This was just a terrible coach game. That's what it is. It's a freaking coach. The darn coach. He just... Why? Well, that's my fantasy team. We lost in the divisional playoff. So... They didn't win the Super Bowl. I could do it again, but I'm not going to. Why do you guys want to watch that again? You already watched this, but they lost. My fantasy team didn't lose. My fantasy didn't win there, just like it didn't win in the wheel fantasy game. That is wheel. So peace out. Yeah, be sure to drop a like down below. Say anything. What am I talking about? I don't know. What do you think? Can you tell me what I'm talking about? You know what? Drop a like, comment, bash me, give me some critical suggestions, give me some idea. I'm looking forward to it. Peace and yeah.